What's up, team? So in today's video, we're going to be having a look at Kadena and of course the crypto market, Bitcoin. We're going to be diving into the S&P 500 as well. Had an ugly close yesterday, which I think is going to impact the whole crypto market next week starting Monday. But let's have a look at this real quick. Guys, this market, this from yesterday, everything just crashed really hard yesterday. As you guys can see, things are down pretty aggressively, 14%, 5%, 8%. And that's in the past 7 days only. So this is not really updated because Bitcoin did pump in the past 7 days. Crypto as a whole. But let's have a look at Bitcoin real quick, diving in straight into the charts and see what we can do. This was obviously the bear flag I spoke about, and I mentioned, guys, this is a bear flag and it was a warning and to be careful because a massive move will be coming. And this is exactly what happened essentially. And now what is going on essentially is that we came down and we bounced back up. We retested this nice little box right here that I just put a couple minutes ago because this was a nice little resistance. We were trending, consolidating, and of course that became a nice little block of resistance. And then guess what happened? We came up, got rejected. In my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if we consolidate a little bit more, maybe in this region right here, come back up, fake out a little bit before coming back down. The same time we had it right here, guys. And it seems like Bitcoin is doing an Elliott wave pattern, and like the weekly time frame, it seems like this is exactly what's happening. So let's have a look at the Elliott wave real quick. This would be the first wave, and then the correction, second wave, and then third wave. Can we see a potential fourth wave back to this box before coming back down and retesting 18,943? Very possible. That's probably the most realistic thing I can see. Or of course we could come straight down, the same thing that happened back in June right here. As you guys can see, it was just a free fall, but this is just a quick TA, nothing too crazy. If we go back on the daily time frame, it seems like the RSI is coming to the oversold region, which is at 30 right now, 31.13. Anything that's below 30, we know investors are going to be looking to buy. But we're going to have to see if we have a consolidation right here. We're most likely going to see the RSI move forward or to the upside, making it a relief rally before essentially coming back down. So we're gonna have to see how that plays out. And of course, guys, the S&P 500 is probably one of the most important things right now. The next important support for the S&P 500 is probably around this area right here. And if the S&P does come back to this area, we're most likely going to see Bitcoin under $19,000 by the beginning of next week. This is just a crazy area. Look at that. The Bitcoin dumped like 8%, 7%, and look at this. This was just a bear. This was nothing. This was the S&P dumped what, 3%, 3.77%. Yeah, 3.61 right here it says. So this is not crazy. I think the S&P 500 can come back down all the way to 3,700. Now people are saying, "Oh, cryptos, why are you looking at the S&P?" Guys, Bitcoin followed S&P, altcoin follow Bitcoin. Simple as that. It's been like that. Interest rates are high. People are not going to be looking to essentially buy crypto S&P stocks or gold or anything like that. They're going to want to hold dollars in this time. Of course, you could accumulate, you could hold, you could short, you could do whatever you want. But as of right now, this is exactly what is happening. Let's have a look at KDA, guys. There's a bunch of mints happening today on Kadena, ranked 105, 282,000 on the watch list, market cap of $310 million. So we did shed a little bit or a lot of the market cap in the past 7 days, as you guys can see. We were sitting at 340 million, so we shed $30 million off. And of course, in the past 4 months, we were at $441 million on KDA Kadena. Now we're $310 million. So that's the market cap for Kadena. The circulating supply is nearing 200 million KDAs, which is okay. Nothing too crazy. The rate is not so high in my opinion. I think we could be at 250, 300 million in the next bull market. Of course, that would mean that the KDA price would go down, but that doesn't change the fact market cap is market cap at the end of the day, right? You could just accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. So this is that for KDA, guys. Nothing too much. We could dive into the technical analysis aspect. It's kind of doing exactly what Bitcoin is doing. We do have a nice little double bottom right here forming. Now Kadena is interesting. This was the bear pattern, the bearish flag that we had on KDA, right? Now inside this horizontal, we had a consolidation. Inside this consolidation, we have another consolidation right here, as you guys can see right here. Just a nice, quick, tight consolidation happening. Waiting for Bitcoin to do the next move essentially, but it's kind of interesting because Bitcoin is down 1.1% and Kadena's up, and so is Flux. So this is kind of interesting. Most 80%, 70% of the coins are in red right now, 75 I would say. So this is what's happening right now. It seems like Kadena is reliefing a little bit. It seems like we're entering a relief rally on the RSI, guys, not on the charts. But on the charts, it seems like we're staying the same. Nothing too crazy in my opinion. We're most likely going to consolidate here before coming back down. And remember, guys, this is a very, very, very crucial and important level for Kadena, because assuming Kadena does come back to these levels right here, right? It does come back, assuming Bitcoin does come back to these levels right here, where will Kadena be at this time? Because look at that, Bitcoin still has some room to grow, but I mean, some room to dump, but Kadena doesn't. It's sitting on a thread of needle right now. I mean, if we come back 4 or 5% and Bitcoin dumps 10%, we could break this very, very important support region right here. And if we do that, that could be very, very bad. Now, I'm not here to FUD, guys, whatsoever. I do like KDA. If you guys know me, most of my channel is about Kadena, and I'm only going to be accumulating. But a box that I am triggering and I will be targeting is probably this box right here. I mean, this box right here has been a resistance for me, and I've been eyeing this box for quite some time. So anywhere between 74 cents to 91 cents is a potential target for me. Of course, this box right here meets up exactly with this resistance right here. So this is why this support right here, sorry, is very, very strong. But we're gonna have to see overall. And of course, I mean, if Bitcoin does dump to $12,000, we could have a free fall to this level right here. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, Bitcoin didn't when Bitcoin dumped to 17,000, Kadena didn't break this level. We rebounded. It was this nice little beautiful rebound we had till 3.5. Bitcoin was at like 17K, and then when Bitcoin kept dumping and pumping and dumping, we came back down to this level essentially. But as of right now, Kadena is doing a nice, very, very nice consolidation between these levels right here. If we can manage and stay even when Bitcoin dumps above these levels, that would be very, very, very good overall. But I don't know if you guys want that realistically. I think you would want Kadena to come back to these levels. We're gonna have to see, in my opinion, how you know this whole thing plays out at the end of the day. Let's have a look at some of the exponential moving average real quick. So these are the EMA ribbons, guys. As you know, we are below the exponential moving average on the daily time frame, so of course things are not so good. And of course, we came up, retested these EMA ribbons before coming back down. Having a look at this 200 moving average right here, let's have a look on the 4-hour. We are below the 50 moving average right here, as you guys can see. So this was a nice little uptrend right here, beautiful, beautiful support. And then we just essentially came down, and as soon as we came back down, Kadena got destroyed. How many percent was that? That was a 28% dump. So if you guys bought at that all-time high, I'm sorry, you could obviously dollar cost average and lower down your average essentially, but it's really not good to essentially buy these rallies. Right now, it's the good time to buy. Not financial advice. Always do your own research. If you guys like KDA and the technology, go ahead and buy right now. If you don't and you don't know about KDA, guys, I would suggest doing your own research in my opinion. So let's have a look at the VPVR volume profile real quick, something that's also very, very important. Another thing about the VPVR, guys, is that we've been here for some time. This is the all-time VPVR for Kadena. That's very, very important for those of you guys who don't know. Kadena, the most time it's been traded at, it's at this region. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what the volume profile is, it essentially tells you the area where Kadena has mostly been traded. And as you guys can see right here, it's sitting at 1.563, I believe. 1.63, okay? It's sitting at 1.63, and we are actually below that. Now, usually that's where the demand is. At the VPVR, that's where the demand is, and we are below that. So usually that's not the best sign, of course, but we know when we're below that, people are going to tend to short it, and when we're above it, people are going to long it. But this is a very, very, very crucial and important area for the VPVR, guys, because if I zoom out, look at that. Look how big this candle is. I mean, this is just huge. There was a mad and massive amount of volume right here sitting at 1.63. So if we go below that, it could be bad. This is where the demand is, obviously. But of course, in my opinion, if we do come even to 75 cents, I'm going to accumulate. I'm going to buy some more, but we're going to have to see. So this is my video, guys, on KDA and Bitcoin. If you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow.